Warning, members of the podcast are not professional analysts and are bound to make unreasonable and uneducated claims, which should not be taken seriously. Hey guys, welcome to the At the 50 podcast. This week we are kind of behind a little bit again, so we're just going to get right into it. We don't got a lot of time, so...
Today, I'm going to cut you off before you go on your huge rant. We're each just gonna talk about our team's performances this past couple weeks, this winter break, and then we're just gonna talk about how Week 18's matchups kind of go into the playoffs. Kind of have our predictions with that. We might mention some drafts, maybe some trades that need to happen, or some free agency pickups. It's just gonna be kind of like going into late season and then postseason type stuff.
All right.
That, basically. So we're going to hand it over to Price again. He's going to go on his rant about how the Bills should not...
No. It's about why people shouldn't blame T. Higgins.
Let me say my thing, okay? First off, the podcast wishes the best for Damar Hamlin. We hope a speedy recovery. Everything's okay, so you get back to playing.
That is actually true. That does speak for the podcast.
With the events of that happening... I've seen a lot of people on the internet blaming the Bengals and T. Higgins, saying the Bengals are a dirty team and everything like that. And they've brought up the Shazier injury, they've brought up Tua, and then they bring up this one. First, that Shazier injury, his own tackle broke his back.
Yeah, don't tackle like you won't get hurt like that.
No, he tackled that. He oh my God. I did some research. He said that he made that tackle that ways because the NFL was trying to enforce new rules that the players, when making a tackle, have to put their head a certain way, their helmet a certain way, and tackle a certain angle or something. And he was trying to practice that because it was an easy tackle. I mean, it was just a little pass like that, and he did that, hurt his back. Bengals and Cincinnati, because for some reason everyone brings the city of Cincinnati into it, and every single one I see had nothing to do with that. That is not their fault.
I have something to kind of tie in with that. So, with people blaming Cincinnati, there was hundreds of fans, Cincinnati fans, that stayed after, that visited the hospital. Obviously, they couldn't, directly visit him, but they stayed, they prayed for him. There was a lot of love and support. The city of Cincinnati, they flew Bill's colors in support of him. So the whole thing with people blaming Cincinnati, saying it's a dirty team, it's dumb. It just causes way too much drama, and it's not the right thing to do.
Also, T. Higgins is such a nice guy that it's how can you hate him? He also looks nice too. He just looks like a nice guy.
And especially with the life he's had, because I don't know if you've known his background, but it's been pretty tough for him. He's such a good guy, and he was so broken up about that he literally his mom had to help him out because he was so just mentally not there because of it.
I wasn't even gonna say anything. I just made eye contact.
You just got that look in your eye that something.
I just looked at you.
I don't know what it was, but something was.
I just looked at you, and you were looking at me, and I'm like, he thinks I'm gonna say something.
But in regards with the game, both coaches, obviously decided not to continue. There was a lot of drama with ESPN.
Skip Bayless.
Skip did nothing wrong. Free my man Skip.
Some people are saying it was the NFL. Some people are saying it was ESPN. I haven't looked into it as much. I think it's a little bit of both. The NFL is saying they had no intention, but knowing the NFL,
if they had no intention and they wouldn't have had the players start warming up.
They don't care about their players. The fact that they went out there and had their VP say. He said that it was inappropriate and insensitive to even suggest that the NFL was going to play the game again. That's how you know he's lying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is when
lengths they go to shaft their players.
Yeah. When Ryan Shazier had his injury, they kept playing that game. They had a 5-minute delay and they kept playing.
Exactly.
Now I'm not saying they should have kept playing, but I'm saying that's how the NFL deals with that stuff.
Yeah, it's protocol.
They can't say we'd never do that. That's insensitive. You already do it.
It's literally
done it
in
before.
the rule book.
Yeah,
But there's I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of people angry about the cancellation of the game, obviously, because a lot of people are supporting.
I saw so many people.
Press is upset.
But Yeah,
No,
we're
he's not. That's not what he's upset about.
That's
yeah.
not what
We'll
I'm
let Price.
upset
We'll let Price explain.
Hold on. Oh no. Oh, wait. Stand by. Give me 5 seconds. Let me remember this. You know what? Go ahead and say your thing.
But anyway, I was just going to say the city of Cincinnati and the Bengals do not deserve this hate. I mean, they're doing everything they can to help. And especially since the hospitals nearby are trying their best to keep him unharmed and just limit the amount of damage he's going to have from this. But they're doing a great job.
Oh yeah,
And
UC Med is one of the best trauma centers.
It's I think
around.
it's like the third best medical institution in America, one of the best.
It's and we should take a minute actually to appreciate the. We just got an update today on DeMar Hamlin about
he was
the
awake
fact that
and he
they
had
say he's awake. He's
brain damage.
neurologically intact, so he's talking and he knows who he is. He knows everything, which means brain tissue death is negligible, if anything. They say he has minimal lung damage, whether that's from the CPR or the breathing tube, nobody knows, but it kind of tends to happen when people have cardiac arrest.
Yeah,
and commotio cordis, which is the official cause of the injury, is a freak accident. Any idiot on Instagram.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No. So before we do go into that, because that's a lot. Lot.
What? No, I was just gonna say anybody who's on there who's like what he says. T. Higgins is, but no.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going into something else for a second.
Rampant Bills fan who just is crazy who's it's T. Higgins' fault. They don't understand the medical nature of that injury.
With that, so my stepmom's a nurse. She said if you tried to willingly do that, you would miss it. It's such a small. It's milliseconds.
Yeah, wasn't
of
it
frame.
a 1 in a billion chance of happening?
It's ridiculous.
It is impossible to purposely do that.
No, T. Higgins
unbelievably
is
rare.
the Flash, and he can just time it perfectly.
But so technically, everything has a 50% chance of happening.
Shut up,
either
Nico.
happens or it doesn't. So
Do you always have to be the devil's advocate for every situation?
Hey, all I'm saying is if
what I was
it happened,
kind
it
of
was the coin flip.
getting
he lost it.
The point I was basically trying to make is usually when that type of freak injury happens to people, they die or they have significant issues for the rest of their life, as in terms of brain damage, heart
Cincinnati
damage.
does have some of the best hospitals in the country right around there.
Commotio cordis' survival rate, not just survival, not dead, is 15% overall. The fact that he has all of his brain tissue intact that we know of now, his heart is able to recover, and his lungs is nothing short of a complete miracle. It just doesn't happen. When this happens to people, they most of the time die on the field. It's ridiculous. Praise be to the doctors and everybody at UC Med. It's phenomenal. They even had to revive him again in the ICU and he's still alive.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
They did 2 times in the ICU.
Yeah, it's a miracle. It's just a miracle. The chances are so minimal that someone would pull through. It's just
Yeah.
well done.
All right.
UC Med.
On a happy note, the Vikings beat the Colts after the Colts were up by 33.
Don't care. I want the draft pick.
For
care.
me,
That was a good Thanksgiving.
I'm going to go
I
on
was
a little
happy.
bit of a rant. With the Colts, I don't watch their games anymore. There's no interest to watch the games, to sit there for 2 hours, go through the ads, only to just lose again.
Losing's good.
And obviously that, you're not a real fan, but it's I'd rather just get the good pick and then just start the rebuild that we should have done, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe?
Or you could be like the Seahawks and get the good pick and the winning team.
Yeah, we could do that. Maybe we just need to get Geno Smith.
You're just lucky that the Broncos management is just absolutely...
Yeah, the Broncos.
Hey, all I'm saying is it's not Russ's fault.
But I'm going to say this now.
He's
the
bad,
Steelers,
but it's not all his fault.
We were making fun of the Steelers, and we were making fun of... What's their coach? Pete something or whatever.
Mike Tomlin?
Mike No.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll, the Seahawks.
Oh.
We were making fun of him. They pulled off one of the biggest heists of trades.
Yeah.
So much respect for them for that.
Hey, I knew straight from the beginning.
You did not.
I knew the Seahawks had good quarterbacks on that team. Now, I personally thought it was Drew Lock and his horse cock. I thought it was Drew Lock, but
Roll the tape.
instead it was Geno Smith.
You said they have 3 wins. That's what you said.
I said they have 6. Is you dumb? I said 6.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see.
When we do our prediction recap video, you'll see
Dude,
I said 6.
this is gonna be like that one commercial where it's like they're throwing in the challenge flag, reviewing it.
You know what? I'm throwing the challenge. I don't have anything to bet on. Shit.
No, you're gonna like bust a window. Oh,
Throwing the challenge flag. Red right here.
All right.
We'll put
see.
in a review edit.
We'll see when we watch the video.
That was like 2 seconds.
all right. Anyways, what do we want to talk about now? Do we want to talk about playoffs?
I got something to say real quick. The Indianapolis Colts have an unparalleled opportunity to pick anybody we want in the draft. Anybody. No one is off limits. All we got to do is lose to Houston, which we almost did week 1, and we probably should have the way we played. And then the Vikings have to beat the Bears. I don't know if that's a for sure lock, but probably will happen.
I mean, even if the Bears are above you, it's not like they're going to take a quarterback. They already got a franchise guy.
Well, the reason is because if that happens, we move up to 3, and they move to 1, and the Texans go to 2, and they'll trade back with us. We could maybe.
They
no one
would.
knows for
I
sure.
think that I would think so.
Well, if you offer them a first and like a second, they probably would, or maybe probably more than that.
We would give them our first round pick, and then we might trade them like a third or whatever.
It'd probably take more than that, like a second.
Well, no, because
fifth.
first and third pick, it doesn't matter to them.
Okay,
So they'll
but
take something else.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to them, but it matters to you, and they don't want to help out.
what quarterback do you think would have the most impact and still over time become a great quarterback for the Indiana?
So if C.J. Stroud actually learns how to run like he was against Georgia, then he could be. But if he doesn't figure out how to run, then it's easily going to be Bryce Young.
Hold on.
So
Before you say it,
So you need a good quarterback who
If you say Will Levis, I'm going to cut
thrives
your
in
finger
a
off.
good system.
That's
is
the
a
problem.
good.
We don't have
he
a
is
good
a
system.
good running quarterback that's not
He's
afraid to
white.
lower his shoulder and
white.
truck someone.
Okay,
You're
hold
looking
on.
at
And
Will
I'm
Levis.
the racist. Okay.
I'm white. I can say that. That's how it works.
We're looking at Will Levis from the University of Kentucky, the man, the myth, the legend.
Shouldn't even be a top 10 pick.
That puts mayonnaise in his coffee. He is when a man,
He is a psychopath. He's a psychopath.
When a man puts mayo in his coffee, he is not someone with. Okay,
That is true, but that doesn't mean he's not a psychopath. Also,
you know what? I get.
The most realistic QB for the Colts is CJ.
You
Stroud.
want to know what
Everybody
vibes I get
has
from
Kentucky
whatever his
ever had a
name?
Will
quarterback?
I get
drafted in the first
Zach
round?
Wilson vibes. Overhyped white quarterback.
What?
Goes to a struggling.
Yeah, I'm over here
Zach
being a
Wilson
nice,
is white.
wholehearted American.
No.
Not
both
hating on white
both
people.
were super overhyped. Going to struggling franchises, are going to ball out for like 3 games and then are going to be awful.
Zach Wilson's never balled out in his career. He's been dog shit his whole life. He's been a fuck
I
sick
need to
his
say
whole
something.
fucking
You
life.
guys hate on Will Levis so much because of his season and everything.
No,
but
because
he
you
is
talk
a
about him all
great
the time.
quarterback and a not so good system for him.
I'd rather have Stetson Bennett.
That's bullshit,
I'm
first
just
of all.
kidding. I'm
Stetson
kidding.
Bennett's
I'm
already
kidding.
damn near 30.
I'm
He's older than
kidding.
Lamar
Bro is
Jackson.
retiring like next year.
Also, why are we even talking about
27.
drafting a quarterback?
27, he's in
Why would you
college.
not just
What's
try to
something
pick
like
up
that?
Lamar Jackson? Man is literally going to be a free agent.
Because he
No,
wants
no,
like
so-
$4
so-
billion.
because he doesn't
And the
put
Colts
up.
have that money, don't they?
Yeah, we do, but
Yeah,
so,
but why would
Nico,
you give money for Lamar Jackson?
No, so that is a good take. That is a good take, though.
You hear that?
I would
disagree.
agree with Nico, though. I have thought about it, but here's the thing, though. When you look at Lamar Jackson, the recent injury.
Oh, wait, it's the Colts. They won't.
Okay. The recent injury. But also,
Jacoby Brissett.
here's the thing, though. Lamar Jackson,
enough.
he's not going to want to go play for the Colts. He's going to want to go to someone.
I wouldn't want to play for the Colts.
He's going to go to a team that, obviously isn't like an established, they're looking to go into the playoffs. Well, no, they're looking to go into playoffs, obviously, but aren't like an established team, but someone where he knows I can get into the wild card at least, and they can start building, and they have pieces around me, but then it's easier for them to continue adding pieces to build around it.
Look,
like
I don't
the
get why.
Lions?
I don't get why Lamar Jackson must be paid so
No,
much.
I'm
on
thinking maybe the 49ers.
They've spent so much
Okay,
money on players,
here-
though. So I'm
here's my
thinking,
thoughts on the
so I'm
49ers.
thinking
Well,
like
Nick Bosa is going to
Let
be
me
gone.
just say,
Alright, I'd
if
like
we
that,
can agree on something
but-
real quick. Is CJ Stroud not the probably safest pick? Like, he's probably not going to be, like, He's not going to have massive growth, and he's not going to go.
He's the safest pick in the sense that he probably will get injured less because he's not
probably
mobile. He's not going to run.
I mean, he does run, but he's not like.
Well, okay, no, he ran against Georgia, but he does not run.
But he can get out of the pocket.
So
he can get out of the pocket. That's true.
Yeah, if you look at how the Colts' O-line have been, then they need someone that can move.
Yeah,
and truck
to
just
take the snap outside the pocket. So for me,
they need Josh Allen.
I swear, if we pick an O-lineman in the draft, like first rounder, not in the draft, but first round in the draft, I'm gonna be so pissed. People have said we're gonna pick up like a wide receiver or a rusher in the second round.
They want us to get Peter Skronsky.
I think for me, we need to get an O lineman in the second round. As much as a lot of people are gonna be like, no, it needs to be a rush end.
Bernard Ryman could be good.
We need a lineman. Our line sucks.
Here is the move for the Colts. Okay, they don't draft a quarterback with that high pick. They pick up Derek Carr. All right. Because it fits the Colts' whole scheme of drafting old rent-a-quarterback type of stuff, So they'll pick up Derek Carr. That's literally a fact. They do that. So he's their quarterback, all right? Okay. Then they'll probably draft some they'll probably end up drafting like
we'll draft Stetson Bennett.
They'll probably draft like Keely Ringo or something, even though they have fine corners just because they and
I think Stetson Bennett.
Or actually, no, they'll probably draft the tackle from Ohio State who is the only one who's actually like okay at doing anything.
Is that Peter Skronsky?
He plays for Northwestern.
He plays for he does.
Is Paris Johnson.
I don't like people that name Paris.
That's
they
true.
Come from Ohio State. And they're supposed to be good, and then they get
Paris came.
They get injured 3 years in a row.
People named Paris. If you're named Paris and you're a girl, you're probably hot. If you're named Paris and you're a guy, no other way around it.
What?
Don't let Paris Campbell hear that. He'll block us, bro. He blocked Colts Report on Instagram because Colts Report would just shit on him any chance he got.
All right. We've been ranting about the Colts. Do we want to go into the playoffs now?
All right, yeah.
Let's give Super Bowl winner predictions.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about what teams we think will get in first, because there's still that open slot and two open slots for the AFC.
Let's go Lions. My wild prediction. Wait, so the Dolphins do still have a chance to not make it, right?
Oh, yes, yeah. They still have a chance to not make it in.
Who do they play next?
Like the least likely. They don't have a very good chance of making it at all.
Because my prediction is that. Well, see,
they play.
The NFL has the NFL added a thing for it. I'm trying to look
because I want them to make it, just because they're an easy team to beat. But
you wouldn't want the Steelers to make it because they're an easy team.
The Steelers? No, I'd rather the Steelers go.
He'd rather die.
Do the Steelers play the Browns next week?
I don't know.
I think that they play the Browns next week.
A lot of teams play divisional opponents on.
Every team does. It's
every team.
Yeah, it's just something they did this year.
So the Dolphins are playing the Jets then.
That's what I just said 5 seconds ago. But okay.
I don't care. I don't listen to you.
That's a valid point.
See, but I'd rather the team that I don't want to make it is the Patriots.
I want the Steelers to either win or tie against the Browns. That way, Mike Tomlin can keep on saying that he's never had a losing season, just because I think that'd be kind of funny.
I want Mike Tomlin to have a losing season.
You just say that 'cause
no, I say that
Nico.
Why is that becoming such a prevalent thing to say in this episode?
Is this a prevalent thing to say in the NFL community where they're like,
listen,
the Broncos where we are.
What about Danny Dimes?
Yeah. The Vanilla Vic is not slow.
4.6. I'm faster than that.
Vanilla Vic, he runs like a 4.4. Okay.
Danny Dimes runs a 4.6. Yeah.
That's literally cap.
I just looked it up because I thought he ran a 4.4, but he doesn't. Okay. He's just so fast on the field. I don't know how.
I'm telling you, he has not run the same 40 as J.D. Seaver.
J.D. Seaver, shout him out.
Hey, J.D. Seaver, the GOAT for real. Best center back I ever seen in my life. Van Dyke ain't got nothing on him. Anyway, all right, Vanilla Vic is the GOAT at running in straight lines and tripping. He's really good at tripping, but still.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways,
so I think this year I think it's the Chiefs' year again.
Nah.
I can see the Chiefs.
The Bengals and the Bills are both better than the Chiefs this year. It's just that the Bengals and the Bills are a little more inconsistent, and they drop games to shitty teams like the Steelers and the Cowboys.
But
even though the Cowboys are actually really good, but still.
The Cowboys are actually.
I would like to bring up, if you look at the two sides of the bracket for the playoffs, look at how unfair it is, because one side you have every best team in the league on one side, and then you have the other side that's just...
Literally, the Eagles and the 49ers are two of the best 3 teams in the league, but okay.
But are they on the right side or are they on the left? Because I can't remember.
They're on the right.
All I know is they've put...
Because the left is the AFC, the right's the NFC.
Well, and that concludes this episode. So we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Check us out on our Instagram and Twitter. Give us a like. Hit that subscribe button. Turn post notifications on. Leave a comment. Whatever.
Hooday!